In this video we're just going to have a quick look at how we manage our contacts list in MailChimp. In other words, how can we bring in email addresses of people who have shown an interest in Vaco. Now technically everyone who is on this list should have at some point have indicated to us that they're interested in us using their email address to keep in contact with them. Now I'm not entirely sure if that's the case, but ideally when you're working with this thing, it's best to not spam people, so we don't want to just send people a huge amount of stuff, and so maybe we can make some improvements in the future to make sure that the people that are on this list have said that they would like to be part of it. But anyway, what I did to start with is I took all of the contacts from the mass mailing program that we were using before, and I've brought them in here. Now all that we had for each person on the list was just an email address, so as you can see a lot of these columns are blank, so we've got nothing in the first name, nothing in the last name. I've also added a custom field to our list called instrument, so that if we've got that kind of data, we know what instrument people play. That will just mean that later on we can do even more targeting. We could target viola players, or we could target bassoonists, or whatever we want. So that's a really useful format if we've got the data to put in those fields. So I'm just going to show you in this video how to import some contact information that we might have collected from somewhere. And the way that we're going to do that is using a spreadsheet. So I've got a spreadsheet here. This is OpenOffice, but you could use Excel. And what I've done is I've collected together some data of people to subscribe. So here's me and here's Auntie Jane. So as you can see, in each column we've got a different piece of information. So this is the email address in the first column, this is the first name in the second column, this is the last name in the third column, and obviously the instrument in the fourth column. So let's just save this. That as we click Start New Import, and we end up with this screen which shows us all of the different ways we can import our contacts. What we want is this one, copy paste from Excel. And as you can see, we've got a box here in which we can copy all of the data from our spreadsheet, and that's what we're going to do. So we're going to select all of these, press Ctrl+C, or you can go up to the top here and click copy, and then come into the mail program and click Ctrl+V, and that will paste in the data. Now it looks a bit of a mess at the moment, but fortunately the system is very good at tidying all of this up for us. We can also actually, as well, if we want, add everyone that we're importing in this particular session to a particular group. And so I'm going to add Jane and David to trustees by clicking this little button here. Now when I click Import List, you'll see that what's happened is MailChimp program has been able to separate all of those bits of information out into various columns, and all I need to do is make sure it knows what the information is in each column. So I'm just going to put in first name here, last name here, and instrument here. Let's click OK. And so now I've told MailChimp what sort of information is in each of the columns that I imported, and then I just click All Done. And that's it, we're all done. We've imported those contacts and they will now appear in our subscribers list.